Okay, today's English chat for TOEFL 2019, October 4th. And today I practice Integrated Speaking 3 and reading. Integrated Speaking 3 is, part 3 is kind of the professor. There's a word, keyword, or one concept, and the professor always gives an example or an experiment to illustrate the concept. And the reading part, I could read and comprehend in time. That was great. And listening part, I could all understand the meaning, and it was great. And listening part, it was a little bit difficult, but I could mostly, I think I could mostly, practically speak what I want to say, and that was great. So I think my integrated speaking skill has been improving. Yeah, but when I always think this integrated speaking 3 and 4, you mean the part which always explain the concept or definition or some kind of strategy of some keywords. And the professor always gives some examples or experiment or test or study, and those are sometimes very complicated or a little bit pretty difficult, fairly difficult for me to summarize and speak in time. Sometimes it makes a little more time for me to speak. When I try to speak the detail of the experiment, I was on a rush and I have no time, so it'll become a shortage of time. So I gotta be careful. Whenever I talk about experiment or study test, I gotta be concise. I gotta make a concise speech. To the point speech. That's the point. I gotta be careful in integrated speaking and answering is integrated speaking. And as for reading, today I saw 2 passages, and both was very difficult, and still my comprehension. Although my comprehension skill hasn't improved, but my result was better than before. And this might be because I use a strategy which I obtained from the Noteful, and I didn't buy it. I haven't bought it yet, but I just use a strategy from the free, which I get from the free information. The free for charge, and but it was. What I want to say is I think it's very useful. Like, even if I don't understand the meaning, I think it could improve the score, grade. And if you rely on the strategy too much, I think it's a little bit meaningless, because the aim of the TOEFL is to improve the English skill, but I think to apply some of the strategy is very useful in order to, I thought it was very useful and reasonable. So I'm really thinking to buy this Noteful information about reading. I think it still can be said it's not it's just a coincidence. It was just luck that I could get a good score this time. So maybe I'll try the reading passage also tomorrow. But if it worked also tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, I really thinking of buying this Noteful strategy. It's very important, I think. Skimming is also difficult. Skimming is, those strategies are also based on skimming. I think also skimming is very important skill in the real life. Whenever you speak English passage or article. So I think I'm very grateful and glad to know about the Noteful. And today I also use Mercari. And maybe most people don't know about Mercari. It's kind of it's one of the web service. It is like a free market. You mean market, personal, individual market. Whatever you want to use the second-hand things, or even you mean whenever you want to sell something, which you bought, like some stuff, books, games, and if you want to sell, you can sell easily by using the internet service, and that's called Mercari. It's one of the famous Japanese selling market. Yeah, I'm not sure it is. Mercari is famous in foreign country. I'm not sure. I don't think it's popular, but it is very popular in Japan. Maybe most people, whenever they want to sell some second-hand things, even the very new and up-to-date thing, they use Mercari. And I also used to sell some stuff which I bought and I thought it was not useful, or it didn't fit me or suitable or satisfy me, and I sell something. It also could be some trouble because we have the responsibility to, and we don't know the condition of the stuff. You mean the buyer don't know the condition of the stuff, so sometimes it might be like more dirty or inconvenient than the buyer thought. So sometimes that could be a problem. So there is an evaluating system on the seller or each user. So person can evaluate or assess by seeing that user's rating. Yeah. And now also I was nervous when selling something because I'm wondering concerning about if the buyer complain me. You mean charge me? Yeah, I feel a little bit responsibility, so I always be careful about that. But I think it's very useful and great system because you can sell it. Because when you sell to the traditional or I don't know what to say, but conventional or conservative or conventional services, you mean in the real store or second-hand store, they only buy those stuff in a very inexpensive, you mean more cheaper, low price, so it doesn't make any profit. But if you use Mercari, you can get more profit or benefit than selling those conventional stores. So that's the reason most people use Mercari. Yeah, and yep. So much for today, and thank you for watching.